morning I got a call from one of our esteemed members. I asked, how are you? I'm busy as a dog in hellfire. Now, I just woke up, and my first response was, what if you were as busy as he was as busy as a hound dog in hell? That was the correct terminology. I'm supposed to use rhetoric here. Busy as a hound dog in hell. Think about that. Is that the dog wagging the tail? Is that your life controlling you? Barbara, we heard a great speech from about dreams. Dream and create your reality. Create your dreams. Instantly when I heard the previous comment, I asked the person, what if you were as busy as an angel in heaven? Does that put a little bit different light on you? Do you have a little bit different energy? My goal of this speech is to help everybody. After we heard great speeches about dreaming and energy and love, is that we walk out of here with just another way to look at this, to come up with a way to live a more purposeful, loving life. So we're all angels here today. I have a friend of mine who every day I ask him, how's the day? I'm just trying to eke a miserable living out of the raw earth. I'm trying to eke a miserable living out of the raw earth. Think about that. Don't most people in this world just exist? And it's because their framework, they're watching TV, which paralyzes you and actually creates dumbness out of you. And I do it. So all the dumb things I do, I blame it on the TV. Eke a miserable living out of the raw earth. Are we here to exist, or are we supposed to have some purpose? Isn't that purpose about love? Bliss? Can we find just a little bit of ray of enlightenment somewhere? Can we have a little bit of enlightenment at points in our life? Have we all at some time thought, wow, where did that come from? How did I come up with that comment or suggestion to help that person? That's because if you're focusing on love, bliss, and enlightenment, if you're studying it, if you're thinking it, if you're dreaming about it, as Barbara has said, suggested, if you're thinking about it every single day, how can you live a life of just existence? Eking a miserable life out of the raw earth. How can you? You can't. If you're as busy as a hound dog in hell, aren't you just reacting to everything, as she talked about in her speech? Aren't we just, a lot of the time in our life, just existing because we don't have our goals planned? We don't have our plan, and working our plan, our dream of love, bliss, occasional enlightenment. I've read that there's only about a half a dozen truly enlightened people in the world. How could you become enlightened? You would have to be working on it more than any of us in here probably work on it. So what will we have to do? If we're busy as a hound dog in hell, when are we going to make time to meditate, to dream, to figure out how we can make this life, our life, better. How are we going to do that? You're going to exist, eke a miserable life out of the raw earth, be busy as a dog? How about being an angel in heaven? Can we be in heaven every day? How would we go about being in heaven every day? Wouldn't it start with our dreaming? Wouldn't it start with thinking about how we can become more loving to everybody in our family? Everybody that's a friend? How about people we just see on the street? I go running with a friend of mine, and he always comments, "Why do you say hi to everybody we walk?" Because if I could touch them just a little bit, maybe I could put a smile on their face. Because when I go running, and I go by somebody that last summer weighed 400 pounds and now they're down to 250, I love it. There's a person, 75 years old, he had 3 heart attacks that I see running all the time, and he always stops. And he stopped me the other day and he said, "Why do you always say hi?" I go, "Because look at you. You're out here working on yourself. You're a young man who's obviously decided to change the way you live." How can we become angels? Can we say hi to somebody that we just are walking by? Can we touch people that are maybe our enemies? Can we say hi and be loving to them? I challenge you to go from eking a miserable life out of the raw earth, being busy as a hound dog in hell. Let's be angels in heaven. Mr. Toastmaster.